So for this question, where it's, let's see, we're being told a couple means and a couple of standard deviations. So I'm reading that as a two sample t-test, because I'm trying to work and do some inference around proportions, a couple of different proportions. So testing the means of two different populations. And we're testing the claim that the mean GPA of night students is greater than the mean GPA of day students. So I guess we should do a little setup here. So that tells me that HO, well, you know what, I'm going to just do it on the applet since I've got that. So out of the Rossman Chance applet, since I'm dealing with means and two means, I'm going to switch it to two means. And I'm going to think about my proportion here. We're trying to say that the night students have a higher GPA than day students. So if I say mu1, or population 1, group 1 is my night students and population 2 is my day students, I'm going to say that mu1 minus mu2 should be greater than 0, because the first mean should be greater if that's the case. So let's plug in some numbers here. Let's see. So for the night students, I've got a sample of 25. The GPA, mean GPA is 2.58 for those 25 students. And then standard deviation is 0.51. And then for the day students, we've got 55. And then mean is 2.11. And standard deviation is 0.61. And I'm going to, let's see, I did a right-tailed test, right? Let's see, yeah, this minus this should be positive. So I said greater than 0. So let's calculate it. So there's the test statistic, a very high test statistic. Not very likely to get a result this different if there's truly no difference. So, but they aren't asking us that here. Let's see if I get it right. I do. Now, if you want to do this on your calculator, you're going to do a stat test. You're going to do a two sample t-test. We're going to use t because we don't know any population standard deviation. I've got stats. Let's see, X bar 1 was what? 2.58. And standard deviation for the night students was 0.51. Let me clear this. 0.51. And now I go to, and there's 25 of them. Then for the day students, the mean was 2.11. The standard deviation is 0.61. And the sample size for the day students was 55. And I said a right-tailed test, so let's change that to right-tailed. And let's see, I'm not going to pool them. Calculate, and I'm getting the same value. I am. That would round to that. So that should help you answer this question one way or the other.